Hello dear student friends, welcome to another class, and today we are going to discuss a grammar item, that is verb pattern. It is one of the most important grammar topics as far as plus 2 examination is concerned, and as you know, you are going to be asked correction of errors, and here verb pattern plays a dominant role in this correction of error besides tense. In the verb section, in the verb category, tense is the most vital part, most important part, then comes verb pattern. And what is verb pattern? Verb pattern means verb structure. What structure of verb will be there after another verb? After another verb in one sentence or in a sentence. And today we are going to have a different type of class that is not to be written or discussed orally only, not to be written on the board, but a PowerPoint presentation. So this is what going to be a different class. So let's go through the PPT or PowerPoint presentation. And here is the first slide. Verb pattern, structure of the verb after the finite verb, Now what is finite verb? When we speak about finite verb, what comes to your mind? What occurs? Finite means the verb which shows tense form. Usually, basically, the first verb in the sentence is the finite verb. And here is the example, second slide. Verb is categorized into finite and non-finite. Finite means shows tense, which show tense, and non-finite is which don't show tense. The verbs which don't show tense or don't go with tense, they are non-finite. And non-finites are again classified into three parts. They are infinitive, gerund, and participle. Infinitive is to, then first form of the verb, to go, to play, to sleep, like that. Gerund is the ing of the verb. Swimming, working is good exercise. Working is here a gerund. Swimming, eating, all these verbs are gerund. Participle is either ing form or ed form. Either ing or ed form. Also we call ed as en form. So verb is categorized into finite and non-finite, and non-finite is divided into three parts: infinitive, gerund, and participle. And the point of discussion here is the non-finite structure. Now move to another slide. Read the following sentences. People are working hard in their fields. The baby has broken the toy. Fancy feeding 1 million people. A teacher allows us to write correct English. In these four sentences, we can find two types of verbs. One are written in red color and underlined. The other one is in green color and italicized. And all the red colored verbs, underlined verbs are the finite, and italicized green verbs are non-finite. In the first sentence, are is finite, working, non-finite. In the second, has, finite, broken, non-finite. In the third sentence, fancy, finite, feeding, non-finite. Fourth sentence, allows is finite, and to write is non-finite. And another point is written there, TP, TP, VP, VP. TP means tense pattern and VP indicates verb pattern. Look there in the first example, are working means be verb, then ing form. Second is has, then en or ed form, that is present perfect. But the third structure doesn't come under that category. That comes what? No auxiliary verb, but feeding is there, ing form, immediately after fancy. And the fourth example, allows, then noun us and to write. Okay, next move to another slide. Some more examples are there for you. The sun rises in the east. Only one verb is there, rises. My mother will be baking cakes. Two verbs. Three verbs are there. Will be baking, and will is finite, be baking non-finite. Parents make their children grow prosperous. Make is finite and grow non-finite. And again here also 5 and 6 sentences are in tense pattern, and the 7th is what, verb pattern. And I hope you must have got little idea or little bit clear idea about verb pattern and tense pattern. What basically I want to say is, if there will be no auxiliary verb, then corresponding tense form verb, that is what, verb pattern. Auxiliary and corresponding tense form indicates tense pattern, but if two principal verbs, two main verbs are there in different form, that is what, verb pattern. Next, move to third slide. Third is over, third and fourth. Okay, next, fifth one. Types of verb pattern. What are the different types of verb pattern? Here are what written, 6 structures. First one, verb plus 2 infinitive. Second, verb plus noun plus 2 infinitive. Third is verb plus noun plus bare or 0 infinitive. Fourth one is verb plus noun plus verb ing. Fifth, verb plus verb ing. And sixth one is verb plus noun plus verb past participle. And there is also another structure, verb plus that clause. But basically we are going to discuss here these 6 points. And you might have noticed a common thing in these 6 structures. What is common? The first verb is common in all structures. It shows the first verb is the prime important, and the first verb is the finite verb or finite verb, and the next one is the different form which is followed by or which is carried by the finite verb. The first structure shows the finite verb takes to infinitive immediately. Second structure shows verb takes to infinitive after a noun. Third takes bare or 0 infinitive after the noun. The fourth one takes ing form of the verb after a noun. Fifth one takes ing form of the verb immediately, and sixth one takes past participle after a noun. Now let us move to sixth slide. Okay, before 6, okay, we have written 6 structures. And we should discuss from the point 1, but I want to discuss from point 6, from the bottom side. Why? I am not going from the first one, but from the last one. That will be clarified later on. So let us come to the 6th structure, that is verb noun plus verb past participle. Get and have follow this structure. Means get and have are only 2 verbs which take past participle of other verbs after a noun. For example, she gets her dress embroidered. We have our house repaired. Embroidered in the first example is sure there, is confirmed because of gets and her dress as a noun. If there had been any other verb than gets, embroidered must have been something different. Exactly the second example, have our house repaired. And in these 2 sentences or in this structure, the action is usually done by somebody else, not the agent, not the subject. I got my hair cut means I didn't cut myself, but I got it cut by somebody else. Okay, let us go to next slide. Verb plus verb ing. Here you will see list of verbs: admit, appreciate, avoid. Can't plus means can't face, can't help, can't resist, can't stand. Then consider, delay, deny, detest, endure, enjoy, escape, excuse, fancy, finish, forgive, imagine, involve, justify, keep, mention, mind, miss, postpone, practice, prefer, propose, quit, recall, recommend, regret, resent, resist, risk, save, suggest, tolerate, worth. Any or much or no, some plus use means any use, much use, no use or some use. These are the regular verbs which take ing of other verbs immediately after them. The blind man admitted singing a song. That is how the example. Not only these verbs, there are also some other verbs which take ing immediately after them, and here is a peculiar structure or peculiar technique to get them recollected or memorized. Opposite sense verbs means up two verbs which are opposite to each other. Here is the list: go, stop, like, dislike, love, hate, forget, remember. And besides this, prepositional verb or any preposition follows ing of other verbs immediately after them. And here are the examples for better understanding. The criminals admitted kidnapping the minister. Kidnapping because of admit. Had there been any other verb, kidnap might have taken another form, might be to kidnap or kidnapped, like that. We shall never forget meeting Ganguly. Our teacher insists on working hard. Working here because of preposition on. Babies must be prevented from playing with fire. Playing because of the preposition from. She likes watching cartoon channel. Watching because of the verb likes. Okay. Now another structure: verb plus noun plus verb ing. Verb plus noun plus verb ing. Here is a list: all sensual verbs like feel, hear, listen, notice, observe, see, watch and smell. These are the sensual verbs related to sensory organ. And three other verbs: catch, find and live. These verbs take ing participle of other verbs after a noun. Remember, after a noun. And most important thing here is the ing participle or ing form of the verb after the noun indicates action in continuous process. The action is in continued situation. Let's cite some examples. Okay. We heard the beggars shouting. I smell something burning. The workers felt the track trembling. The boys saw the monkey climbing up a pole. Beggar shouting means shouting process or shouting action was in continued process. I smell something burning. It was burning. The smell came to my nose. The workers felt the track trembling means the process of trembling was going on. And the boys saw the monkey climbing means they saw the monkey in the continued process. It had not completed the climbing up. Okay. Now move to another structure, that is verb plus noun plus 0 or bare infinitive, or we can also say verb plus noun plus infinitive. Some verbs are repeated here: fill, hear, she, notice and watch. These are the sensual verbs. They in their active form, active voice, they take 0 infinitive after a noun. For example, the court noticed him to appear. This sentence is incorrect, and the correct one is the court noticed him appear. Tom heard the child to sing is incorrect. Tom heard the child sing. That is what correct. So this is what bare infinitive. There is no to, there is no ing, there is no ed form. The verb in its bare form or fast form is correct here. Now let's go to another structure. Let, make and help. Not another structure, the continuation of the past one. Verb plus noun plus bare infinitive. Let, make and help, these three verbs also usually take bare infinitive after a noun. For example, Harish's parents make him working hard is incorrect. Harish's parents make him work hard. Make, then him is a noun. The next verb will be bare infinitive. No ing, no to, no ed form. Teachers let the students to write answer is wrong, or teachers let the students writing the answer is also wrong, and correct one is teachers let the students write answer. That is correct. And another point here is, which is very very important, must be noted or must be noticed, must be remembered, that is modal verbs. All modal verbs: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, used to, ought to, dare, need, must. All these modal verbs also take the bare infinitive. And remember, these are the auxiliaries, not the main verbs. But for better understanding or to have the doubts clarified, to help you, I pointed this here. And another point is, you had better, and would rather. These are also used as auxiliaries, and they also take the bare infinitive or the root form. Now move to the last structure or last slide. Two structures are there. The two last structures are there, but I told it or I disclosed it the last slide. That means I am not going to discuss anything more. Now I think you might have got clear picture of my thought, my idea. I discussed the sixth one, then fifth one, fourth one, then the third one. Why? Here is the point. Verb plus to infinitive and verb plus noun plus to infinitive. Verbs like appear, agree, believe, imagine, seem, etc., etc. All other verbs in the list, those are not included in the above four structures. The verbs which have not been added or included in the above four structures, they follow or they take to infinitive immediately or after a noun. The list of the verbs here is vast, whereas the list of the verbs in the four structures were limited. So it's easy to memorize, or it's very easy to recollect less number of verbs or few number of verbs than recollecting large number of verbs. And that is the reason why I have discussed from the bottom. Examples here are: people hope to get better governance. Here, to get because of hope. Poonam asked Nandini to help Ask is the verb, Nandini is a noun, then to help. The priest urged the gathering to recite the lines. To recite after the gathering noun and urge verb. The supervisor instructed to complete the worksheet. Instruct and to complete. This is all about the verb pattern. This is all about the verb pattern. I have completed my job, I have completed my duty, but your duty is not yet over. Your duty is not yet over. For it's only the beginning. You have to go a mile way. And if you think that you have got everything done by my class, that is absolutely wrong. You have to go on practicing. The more we practice, the better we are equipped with. So if you want to polish your grammar, if you want to shine in your grammatical field, you have to go on practicing. This is all about verb pattern. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, you just subscribe and share it for others' benefit. Thank you very much.